With the ending of Whole Cake Island drawing closer and closer by the week, another controversial topic from the post-time skip story has resurfaced. What is Jinbei's fate? Death or Straw Hat member? Hello and welcome back to today's discussion, which is exactly this. What will be exactly Jinbei's fate? Will he really be a member of the Straw Hat crew, as Oda has teased back in Fishman Island, or will he be a sacrifice to help Luffy, Nami, Brook, Sanji, Pedro, and Carrot escape from Whole Cake Island? Now, I'm going out and say right now that, in my opinion, and in some other people's opinions that I've seen throughout the internet, Jinbei should and will most likely join the Straw Hat crew. As I said, is something that's been teased ever since Fishman Island, ever since that fateful day that Luffy asked Jinbei to join. He said, "Okay, but I gotta do some things first. So if you still accept me, then I'll join you." And now we've found out, and back then we had suspicions that that business he had to take care of was the business with Big Mom. Now that that's off the table, he's free to join the Straw Hats. But if this is my opinion, then why am I doing a video on this? Based on a comment from Lord Peter Littlefinger Baelish on my last One Piece live reaction, he said, and I gotta say I kinda agree with him to a certain extent, the recent talks of Dez in this saga will not go unnoticed, which is to mean that all of his talk of death and people dying, someone will pay that price. And as he says, it may not be who we think it will be, or it should be. So, in the last few chapters, there's been the talk of when Pedro lost 50 years of his life, and it's closer to death than most others. Reiju in the last chapter said, well, all the Garma should die, you should run away, Big Mom won't do anything to the Baratia, you should just go and leave us to die. Just predicting, sort of teasing the Garma's death, he states that it will not be the Garma that will die, but instead Jinbei, and so his death would prove a sacrifice for the Straw Hats to escape. And in his words, Jinbei's death and sacrifice would be more useful in many commas. Just the guy doesn't really condone the death of anyone like that. It just says that from plot points, Jinbei's death would be more favorable to the plot than him joining the Straw Hats. I beg to differ because I really think that Jinbei's combat prowess and experience in the field, he would be the second oldest now. If he joined, he would be the second oldest of the crew, just right before Brook, which is the oldest. Right now, Frankie is the oldest. Jinbei would be the oldest, but he would have the activist experience of the seas, of the people that are living in the world of One Piece. He spent the time skip learning of what went around the world. I believe he would have, and not only that, his experience as a pirate from before when he was running with Fisher Tiger and when he took on the captaincy of the Sun Pirates, it would prove most invaluable to the Straw Hats as well. But I can kind of see where he's coming from, why he says that Jinbei's sacrifice would be favorable for the Straw Hats' escape. Now, I could agree that that's why Oda made him back down on the roulette. So that, okay, so he didn't die by the roulette, but he's bound to die in some other way. It could be that. I would really be sad if Jinbei died. I like him as a character. He's not like my favorite character. I don't think he even makes it the top 10 or something. Yeah, I don't even think he makes the top 10. Maybe if he does, it's like by this, but I don't think so. But I like him as a character. He's a fish man. He's strong. He's very strong. He was a Shichibu guy. And as I said, he has a lot of experience, a lot of things. He probably knows a lot of people, a lot of their combat expertise, their powers. He could be an invaluable ally at most. And so, yes, I believe that Jinbei would be once more the link between Fishman and the Straw Hats. And with Jinbei's joining the crew, I believe that Aladdin is second in command, would take the captaincy of the Fisherman Pirates, the Sun Pirates, and they would join as a division in the Straw Hat Grand Fleet. But as I said, and as I've been saying throughout this video, I can see his point of view. I kinda sorta see it happening because it's as we all know, Oda doesn't do anything by chance. He doesn't leave any any loose any loose strings. So he ties them all up in the end, and so this talk of death in the in this saga will not go unpunished. It's either the Garma, which I really don't see happening, because even if no one dies, let's just assume this is turning into a discussion of the end of the whole Cake Saga, but never mind. Um, Even if no one dies, let's assume that no one dies in the end of Whole Cake Island. It wouldn't make sense to just introduce the German, all of Taji's brothers and his father, and just poof, have them die or something like that. It would be justice, poetic justice, if nothing else. But I don't really see it happening. I think they have a lot more to show and a lot more to do in future sagas, in future confrontations against the Straw Hats and against Sanji, because after all, they will put the blame on Sanji most likely. They even this whole affair with Pudding, I believe Judge and his brothers will somehow manage to put the blame on Sanji, and they will be like, okay, so you were the reason this marriage didn't happen, and you were the reason we didn't get our army, even though they would all be dead. They will find a way to put the blame on Sanji. But anyway, I digress. This is a topic for another video. I digressed long enough. This video is just a quick short one because there was no chapter this week for One Piece, sadly. So I wanted to kind of discuss this, that as a topic, as I said, has resurfaced in recent chapters. And it's one that's been nagging the internet ever since Fishman Island. What do you think? Will Jinbei join the Straw Hat crew, or will Jinbei perish in order to save the Straw Hat crew? I myself believe that he will join. I am welcoming him to the crew ever since Fishman Island. I've always wanted him to join. I never had doubts about him. So, what do you guys think? Please do let me know in the comment section down below what you think about this. And I wish you guys a very good weekend, and I'll see you next week for a fresh batch of chapters for us to live react and to comment and to make theories, which is what we all love. Ain't that right? I'll see you guys next week. Bye bye.